Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the bold analysis. There are things that we must talk about in this country, even though our voices might remain unheard, but at least we played our part. The people who are trying to stabilize the prices of milk so that the milk farmers in this country can get maximum gain from it are the same ones that are now rushing to Uganda to give a nod for importation of milk, Ugandan milk, in the Kenyan market. And as we talk now, Moses Kuria met with Museveni, who is the Ugandan president, and the photo we're seeing there was in that meeting. And one of the deliverables from there was that Moses Kuria had given a nod to Museveni to import their milk in Kenya, to export their milk in Kenya. I am wondering, and as we talk about that, yesterday I was in the supermarket, and how the price of eggs, a tray hiked from 320 to 490 is a mirage that only the biggest, the giant eggs producer in this country can explain. Unfortunately, he is yours truly, President William Samoei Ruto. This country will go to the dogs. The tragedy we have is that we have a leadership, the two leaders, Ruto and his deputy, who have the courage and the ability to go to the public with populist pronouncements and give people false belief and hopes. Behind the scenes, it's not it. I still don't understand how Rigathi Gachagua is been given a task force, is been given a task to oversee milk reforms. And his goal is to make sure that milk farmers get minimum, the minimum gain that milk farmers can get can increase. That can only increase when they engage the people in the supply chain, so that instead of taking a liter at some X amount of money, they increase that. The only way the milk farmer is going to benefit, number one, is when the cost of production goes down and then the cost of the product goes high. In sense that ile pesa wanachukua nayo maziwa kutoka kwa wakulima ikuwe iko mingi kidogo, alafu pia bei ya vyakula ikuwe iko chini kidogo. It doesn't require magic. Let's not lie. It doesn't require magic. Rigathi has said that ile pesa wanachukua nayo huko, wanachukua pesa kidogo, alafu wanauza maziwa bei juu, which I totally agree. So let's look at it. This move to bring the Ugandan milk to flood our market. How is it going to help the milk farmer in Mount Kenya? And the more eco, the supply is more. When the supply is more, the price will go down. Ultimately, we can even push out some of the big companies in that milk sector out of the market. Maybe that is the intention. Okay, when supply is more, the price will go down. So when the price is down, kama bei ya maziwa ile ya Uganda imeletwa, sasa inamaanisha kwamba inauzwa kwa bei ya chini kwa sababu maziwa ni nyingi. Je, ile kampuni ambayo inachukua maziwa kwa wale wakulima ambao wako pale mlimani, are they going to increase the amount while the price is down? I listened to Didi Nyoro saying that the role of government is not to do business with its people. Kenyans, I can tell you, It is comfortable and it's escapist to term this activism, to term it political, but that's it. That is it. We've gotten ourselves into it. This one doesn't require magical science. This one just requires we have Form 3 business studies. When Michael Washika. Ikiwa juu, what are we saying and what are we doing? Do we really mean well for our milk farmers? Or the activism to kick out Uhuru Kenyatta, or rather to mutilate Uhuru Kenyatta's business in the milk sector, has been taken a notch higher? When Moses Kure met with Museveni, he said that he took some special message to Museveni, but then Museveni ndiye alitweet akasema kwamba wamepewa eggs maziwa. Let's look at eggs. William Ruto is on record saying that he's been the largest exporter or rather producer of milk, of eggs in this country. I know there are two things. If for the price of eggs to go up, kwamba ile chakula ya kuku labda hiyo bei imepanda, and I know it's imported, so that will be subject to international forces. That will be it. But then we are also allowing that the market to come up. Now tukileta ile mayai kutoka Uganda, if it increases, is it going to decrease? And between decreasing prices, don't we strike a balance between, as we manage our prices, we also help the local producers here, but do we have a guarantee? I was talking to someone and when I was at home, si jambo geni, kuna maziwa ya Uganda ambayo inauzwa kwetu uko sehemu, especially let me tell you, the western side, the western counties, Siaya, Bungoma, Busia, kuna maziwa ya Uganda ambayo inapita boda inauzwa huko. Inauzwa, which I'm told it's way cheaper because all the cost, unajua they have a lot of resources, so the cost of production iko down. Why don't we interrogate, if the milk from Uganda is cheap, what is making it cheap? Are they not importing animal feeds just the same as us? So what's making theirs cheaper? So instead of opening our market fully, and I was talking to someone who was telling me, Kevin, what was simply going on is that ile maziwa ilikuwa inaletwa to black market, not haikuwa inaletwa. Ilikuwa inaletwa lakini kwa black market. Lakini if you see president now going out and saying they've allowed it, I'm telling you, give it 2 days, not even, if I give it even a day, itajaa. What is your interpretation of this? I want to give you a very strict interpretation of this. What I see and what you should see. I know someone will ask me, so what next? Kindly subscribe and click the notification bell and like our video. I want to tell you one thing. The leaders in the decision-making table are trading with you. The reason why, and I said, the reason why you see some of these controversial decisions coming up is the political leadership is also having deep commercial interests in some of those products. So, mtu asikudanganye kwamba Rigathi anaenda kuangalia kwamba vile utapata maziwa, bei ya maziwa. No. Eti vile mkulima. No, that is politics. What they are going to do, they want to push out other people because they also have the interest. I saw the deputy saying the other day that Mimi and Rice hatuna interest hapo. They have it. They have it. And the day, and what he said, when a government, when leaders have stakes in some products, what they normally do is they try to create a monopolistic market for it. I may be wrong, but what will stop a leader here in this country to own a company in Uganda and be importing that milk, be exporting that milk to Kenya? Think about it. Maybe there is a company, milk processing company in Uganda that is an investment of a local leadership here. So you need to open for that product. Is it purely on the fact that we are accepting Ugandan milk? Just ask yourself, who is the proprietor at the other end? Ugandans should help us. The largest proprietor of milk in Uganda, who is he? And what is the relationship with the political leadership? That's the tragedy we are in. That's number one. Number two, the intention of Hustler agenda ended with Hustler Fund. I said it some time back, and I know many people saw it as a joke. It ended with the Hustler Fund because milk production in Kenya is not large scale. Okay, the large scale is not, even production is not monopolistic. It's household, kidogo kidogo. Wale wanachukua maziwa Mount Kenya, si eti wanapata eti sasa watu wako na large scale. It's not a bit of that large scale. There are some few privileged farmers with the large scale. But majorly it's household. Kidogo kidogo, 5 liters there, 10 liters there, 2 liters there, 5. Hivyo. Inasanyosanya, they take it to the dairy and then take that process and it's taken. But those are the definition of the hustlers. So if we are to help, then let's create the market instead of us going there to say that, look here, we have our milk. Why don't we export? Do we have a shortage? If we have a shortage of milk here, that's why we are bringing milk from Uganda, then our farmers in the mountains should not cry because the price should be stable. We may want to bring the prices down in sense of reducing the cost of living, or we also want to push other people, other companies in it, but are we helping the farmer? Lastly, our inflation I see is choreographed for maximum gains. It's there. So let's not cry out. I know we speak a lot of economic English, but our inflation is not going down tomorrow, not even next month. And that's why I say that the hustlers sijui yani ni ile tu sisi tutawaambia tu, yule mtu atasikia. We've made those choices, we have to live with them. There's nothing we can do, and when it's irreversible. So my only role is to tell you what's going on, and then maybe in future you'll make a good choice, and you'll also be in a position to interrogate the leadership on some of this, the ground. Like for me, I totally don't get the premise of opening our market for Ugandan milk. I don't get it. I also don't get on which ground did our eggs go up almost by 150 shillings. Na hiyo hatutaongelea, hiyo hatuambii. Sasa hiyo pia ni Uhuru. Tunaelekea wapi jamani? Ansa, tulichagua hiyo.